Hey guys, DJ Lifestyle here, back with another video. Hope you all are doing well today. This one here, as you can see, the road to 20k XRP. Now this was done by an AI robot. Mickle Markets posted this video, but it was done by AI, and it's quite a lengthy little explanation, but given what we know about AI, some of it can be factual, some of it can't be. So I would look at this with a skeptical mind, and maybe not. It's something that could happen given what the AI explains how this could possibly work. Anyway guys, I'll let you decide for yourself. If you like this kind of material, again, like and subscribe. Take care of yourselves. Have a great day.
The Chad Stein Grabber Theory, the road to a $20,000 XRP. I'm going to tell you a story and I'll spin it, so that all you need is an interest to learn what's in store for all of us. Grab a drink, grab a snack, and let's take a ride. Let's start with some financial housekeeping with 3 basic principles that determines the value of an asset. First, supply and demand. With small demand you'll be left with a supply of assets that have little value. The opposite, you'll have skyrocketing prices. Second, market appreciation. This is the willingness to pay a price for an asset of perceived value. Third, limited assets. The Mona Lisa is valuable because it's the only one. We can make copies, or what we call derivatives, but we can't make more Mona Lisas. Also, because of its importance to society, we place on it a high price. That value is in our minds. Now for those new to XRP, let's establish some facts. XRP has a limited supply of 100 billion. Each ledger transaction destroys or burns a small portion of XRP to validate its transfer. Therefore the asset is deflationary. You can issue any other asset on the ledger as IOUs. XRP is dirt cheap today because almost all trading is a small public pool of existing money that's essentially wash trading back and forth through retail. The public supply is important because that determines the price. Circulating supply is king. Today XRP's market cap is $18 billion. But wait, that doesn't mean there is actually $18 billion of money that has been put into XRP. There's far less, as the market cap is just a reflection of the current value anyone is willing to pay. We've been told the story that banks will send dollars to public exchanges, convert to XRP, and then convert back out as something else. This is Ripple software ODL, on-demand liquidity. This won't necessarily drive up the price. ODL is really for the little guys, leveling the playing field for small banks and money transmitters to eventually eliminate dependency of correspondent banking to major banks, allowing competition to flourish. ODL is for the minor leagues. Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, ECT, will not use ODL as we know it. If you think Chase is going to rely on Kraken or Binance to source public exchanges for trillions of dollars in global transfers, I have a nice igloo in Florida to sell you. This is where it gets interesting, because the road to $20,000 XRP involves privacy. They've been very clear and honest with us. XRP was never meant for public retail trading. We were the pitchers in warm-up practice before the game begins. Ready for the big leagues? Banks require privacy. That's not gonna change anytime soon. Let me be clear, no bank on earth will expose their internal ledger transactions to public. The privacy is for you, for the bank to conduct business and create loans without prying eyes. Welcome to the Hotel California. You may check in anytime, but you may never leave. It's public that Bank of America has a patent with XRP wallets integrated into their back-end systems. So, if they don't use ODL, what's up with the digital wallets? Private XRP ledgers. XRP will become a reserve currency asset. Remember from Ripple, banks holding XRP, that's the holy grail. Remember, XRP can issue any other type of asset. CBDCs can be issued. That means Bank of America will create Bank of America coin on the XRPL. Bank of America will create a private ledger and hold XRP as a reserve asset, like how a central bank will hold gold as a backing asset. Bank of America creates Bank of America coin, an XRP derivative internally for tracking balances in user accounts. You see dollars in your account. Internally, Bank of America BOA can do whatever they want, as long as they hold a balance of XRP. They are not going to send their XRP anywhere, just like a gold reserve. In fact, they will seek to increase their balance to grow their business. So how do they send their money to another bank? Enter stage right, institutional grade liquidity providers, IGLPs, cough, Polysign cough. This is also a private XRP ledger that holds a massive basket of different digital assets. The IGLPs also hold a balance of XRP because they are the third-party exchange that requires a transfer of the issued IOU derivative into another IOU derivative. Why? Chase Bank will never hold Bank of America coin. This would be called counterparty risk. So, Bank of America coin is sent to an IGLP, uses XRP to transfer into JP Morgan coin, because the IGLP holds all of them, Bank of America coin, JP Morgan coin, Wells Fargo coin, etc. That dollar amount of the JP Morgan coin is sent to Chase Bank and shows up as dollars in your account. Have you spotted the magic trick yet? They need XRP. It's now a business dependency, and just like gold, they're going to go beast mode on hoarding what now is the most valuable asset on Earth. The entire global transfer of money depends on it. And you'll never see it. Think of it as a digital arms race where every bank, every IGLP will hoard XRP to increase their balance sheets. The majority of XRP escrowed at Ripple will never see the light of day. When they run out of OTC, over-the-counter, options, what's next? The public supply. The circulating public supply of XRP on crypto exchanges is far less than people realize. A lot of XRP has been lost. Remember, banker Mellon held 1 billion XRP and died, his keys lost forever. There is about 20-ish billion on the exchanges. What do we have? Low supply. The banks, when they are ready, are coming for the public XRP supply, and once they have it, it's gone. Like as in, forever. You'll never see it again. So now imagine the banks and IGLPs, overnight, begin panic buying the public XRP market supply, an institutional FOMO run on the order books with multi-billions of dollars hitting like a tsunami, the likes we've never seen. What happens when you wipe out the public order books in a matter of hours? 0.30 XRP gone, 0.40 XRP gone, 0.50 XRP gone, $1 XRP gone, and when that happens, other exchanges start arbitrage to the highest price, private wallets transfer into cash out. At that point, they are not coming back to dump on the public market for profits. That's peanuts compared to the business of global money transfers in the trillions. Guess what? I've just been talking about the USA banks. The global US dollar money supply in circulation is somewhere around 40 trillion. To be in the 1% of public XRP holders, you need somewhere around 70k XRP. There's only a few billion on the exchanges for public retail trading. Now add the rest of the world's banks. Add the world's billionaires who will want their cut. Add the quadrillion plus derivative market. Think about this real hard. What happens when that public circulating supply drops to only 1 billion? What's next? It's going sub-billion into the hundreds of millions. What's next? Only 100 million in public supply. What's next? Sub 100 million public circulating supply. What happens next? 21 million circulating public supply left for the rest of us. We all know what a supply cap of 21 million means, right? One last thing, notice I didn't tell you what price XRP would be at. You had that thought all by yourself.
Maybe you can just double click on that for me and sort of position what you guys are doing from an Exto Labs perspective.
Absolutely. Yeah, so XRP has been at the center of our system. The backend ledger that we've established for this system is a modified version and instance of XRP. And the motivation for us, there were several key attributes that really came through the use of XRP. One was the high security that you gain when you have sort of these distributed ledger based protocols. The wallets create a private key, and that key cannot be easily taken away from consumers. So in most payment systems, fraud is a big issue and challenge, whether it's online or offline, but it leads to enough of a leakage in the system that those transaction fees need to be there. So with using this edge cryptography that comes with distributed ledgers like XRP, that problem gets solved. Of course, there's a problem then of how you recover the wallet. But in the case of a regulated, sort of e-money solution, that problem is addressable because the user has to be known, and there are ways to recover that once you have an identity of the user. But another very important aspect of XRP was the fact that it was designed to handle transactions rapidly and at very low cost, and the fact that it would support a federated architecture. So we adopted XRP. We made some modifications to it to handle offline transactions, which meant your transactions will come in at different times, not all in sequence. We had to link the accounts to a user's identity and create recovery methods. Also, what we used was the fact we created a two-tiered hierarchical architecture with XRP, where clusters of these DLTs would be used for a particular regulated financial institution to issue wallets. And then in order to be able to allow an open loop system where another financial institution was also running their own cluster and issuing wallets, we created this interledger layer, which allows settlement between these two institutions. So users from Bank A could transact with users from Bank B, for example. And this type of autonomous, almost self-organizing settlement system is very unique. So in a lot of jurisdictions, we have that in the form of real-time gross settlement systems, for example. Or if you look at India, there is universal payment interface with what they have organizations such as the National Payment Corporation of India that can handle it. What we saw was that this would essentially allow a much more low overhead for governance, where this federated, self-organizing federated architecture was a lot of interest to us. We were also trying to enable vouchering for government-to-person payments. That's another very key thing in these emerging markets. Aside from reaching remote areas or users that don't have connectivity, there are big flows of government-to-person payments or retail remittance that comes into these countries. And there were interests to be able to use the tokenization features of a system like XRP to restrict, funds for fertilizer or funds for healthcare, and ensure that, these could be spent that way. So we have sort of a long list of attributes of XRP that have been exactly right for the use with CBDCs. Another thing that we've done with XRP is, because we started as an e-money solution, we were linking the issuance of tokens on XRP to balances that were in bank accounts or unbanked users with money agents. We had already a system in place that would allow us to create tokens linked to a balance that's in an e-money system. When we started addressing CBDC scenarios, it also allowed us to create interoperability between e-money solutions and CBDCs. And this is really critical, because if you launch a CBDC system and it's a separate currency system, it can't interoperate. You're kind of, dividing your economy and not allowing that interoperability to happen.
The AI did a great job of explaining why banks would not want to hold, say, a derivative from somebody else. They'd rather create their own and then use XRP in between or whatever. I think the AI is explaining extremely well, from my perspective. And banks can be creative with this ledger, and create their own kind of like tokens, which will then obviously give value to XRP, because it's created on the ledger, and they will have to use XRP as the token to transact. But they can create their own, if you like, derivative, or they could even fork it, if you will, like what they did with Bitcoin to create Bitcoin Cash, and all those other, if you look at Ethereum in particular as well, all those other projects, those side projects that are built on the Ethereum ledger. The same can be done for the XRP ledger, as it is 100% decentralized. So Bittru is one prime example of an exchange that is built on the XRP ledger. It's fast, it's quick, guys. I think it's time for people to wake up, and I keep saying that, to the massive transfer of wealth that is taking place right now under our noses. If you like this kind of material or content, do like and subscribe. Take care of yourself.
Cryptocurrency does not seek to replace currency. It's a bad name. Cryptocurrency seeks to replace banking. The core things that banks have done since the 1300s, those are going to go away, 100%. And let's just be clear what I mean by that. The reason that we even have banks originated in Italy around the year like 1340, all right? And the reason they originated was because of a set of accounting advances that allowed banks to serve as trusted intermediaries between parties that owed each other money. Before that, literally, I would write you a note and I would promise to pay you money, and you'd put the note in your pocket and you'd see if anybody else would take the note. That's why we refer to discounting notes. And then banks arose, and it was like, you no longer need to do that. We'll take care of it for you, but you're going to have to pay us to do that. That function of needing a trusted intermediary to maintain ledgers of account to figure out, do I owe Brooks money or does Brooks owe me money? It turns out that function no longer has to be done by human beings. The same way we don't need postal clerks anymore. I can send you an email for free and it's instant, and that's just the end of the post office. Sorry, but it just is. That function will go away. What's going to be left for banks is the high value add services, structured finance, investment advisory, all of the things that make a dynamic economy function. We still need people to do that. There's a lot of creativity going on in finance. But the core of banking, the base of the pyramid, the thing that drives most of their revenue, doesn't need to exist. And that's why I say, and I was saying to one of the organizers even before we stood up at this panel, cryptocurrency does not seek to replace currency. It's a bad name. Cryptocurrency seeks to replace banking.
One of the key lessons I learned from being involved in the market so long is rather than listening to what people are saying, look at what they are doing.
Right. If an ETF had been made available to the American people when Bitcoin was at $100 or $200, how much wealth would have been created for the American people? The regulators in this instance prevented the American people from being the beneficiaries of this incredible period of wealth creation, and it ended up mostly in the hands of the internationals. And so this bothers me. Regulation, I support sensible regulation, protect, the people from bad actors and things. But I don't think what's happened here is ultimately in the best interest of America. What made America great were the capital of innovation, the American dream, entrepreneurialism, and the idea that innovation is being stifled in the US because of regulators trying to regulate by enforcement, I think is a problem. And so I hope our regulators start enforcing the law rather than trying to create law.
But I will say, look,